am Makeup by Carme. If it is your first time here, welcome friend, welcome bestie, BF, hey. Today, I'm going to show you what should be in your makeup kit. If you are a freelance makeup artist and you're just starting out, I'm going to show you what you should have in your makeup kit. Now, since you're just starting out, you want to be on budget. You don't want to spend anything too crazy. Everything that you have in your kit, you want to make sure you got the money to pay for it. Because, you ain't getting money in, at least not that quick. I know when makeup artists, they're just starting out, I know it's hard to build clientele. Some people, they already have the clientele. Just depends on how many people you know that wants their makeup done. I don't know if you guys know, I've said it multiple times though. I used to do makeup. I just recently stopped doing makeup. Probably when I moved out to Dallas, I stopped doing makeup. But I realized that that wasn't my passion to do makeup for other people. But I know when I first started out, it was hard for me to build a clientele. Because when people want their makeup done, they want to go to someone that is very experienced. So people don't really want to go to someone when they see beginner, or sometimes even when they see self-taught, they get a little nervous and they're like, nah, let me go to somebody else. So this is basically going to be a video on starting out as a freelance makeup artist and what you should have in your kit. So first things first, when you're starting out doing your freelance makeup artist, you definitely want to make sure your social media is down pat. I personally made a separate Instagram page. That's where Makeup by Carme came from. That was originally my makeup page. And so I will upload all my work on there. And I also will upload my face on there also. But you want to make sure you don't put up too many pictures of yourself. Because if people just see the work that you've done and it's all just you, they're not going to want to go to you. Because they're like, okay, can you do anybody else's face? After you have made a separate page, you want to make sure that your bio is on point. You want to show how people can contact you. It is a website also where people can go and schedule appointments with you. It is called, I want to say it's called Acuity, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is free, but after you add on so many features, it does cost money. But Acuity is free. It's a way for you to keep up with your appointments. So that's a good way with starting out. So boom, that pretty much summarizes up your makeup Instagram page. Your separate page, bio, make sure people can see your work, somewhere for people to schedule appointments with you. Next, we're gonna go into the actual scheduling website. So when people go to schedule appointments with you, you're going to have a list of your services. You want to make sure that you are very detailed about each service that you are providing. So let's just make up some cool names. Having cool names for your services, that's really catchy. I like stuff like that. I don't know if anybody else cares, but I like cool names. So let's just say for someone who wants a natural look, you're going to detail that in the bottom and it will say this natural look just consists of brows, mascara, blush, and a lip color. And boom. Then you'll have your next look. We'll call that all out. In detail, you'll put everything that consists of. So you'll say, hey, for the all out look, you're gonna get brows, lashes, dramatic eye look, highlighter, contour, blush, lip color, boom. That's the whole all out look. And the reason why I say to be very detailed about your services is because people will try you. Someone will book for the natural look, but keep adding on stuff so it can equal up to the all-out look. When your natural look probably will be $40 and the all-out look will probably be $60. So make sure you get that together, because people will try you and be like, hey, I want the natural look, but can you add me just a little bit of highlighter? And can you just give me a little bit of eyeshadow? They'll do stuff like that to get you to add on stuff, and they won't even be paying full price for your service, really. So when you make your list of services, you want to make sure that you have any service possible that someone could think of according to makeup. So you want to make sure you have your all-out look. You want to make sure that you have your soft glam look. You want to make sure you have your natural look. You want to make sure you just have brows and lashes, that duo. Any look that anyone could possibly think of related to makeup, you want to make sure you have it listed as a service. That's your scheduling page right there. Now, as far as equipment goes, I know some people think, oh, I gotta have my own space to do my makeup. I gotta have a big, huge ring light. I gotta have a director's chair. I gotta have all of this stuff. I'm not gonna say that stuff isn't important, but you don't necessarily need that stuff for starting out. When I first started out, I had my mama's dining room chair and I had the sunlight. Now, if you know, sunlight, like natural light, is the best kind of lighting. That lighting is perfect. But when you get done doing the makeup, you always want to make sure that you take a picture with the flash on, because you don't want your client to have any type of flashback or any powders or anything showing up on their face. So you can use your natural light to do makeup, but still, sis, make sure you take that phone out. Make sure you got that flash on, because you don't want your client looking crazy. Because as soon as they go to the club, snap that picture, and they see all that flashback, they're coming for you. But if you did want to get a ring light, I strongly suggest you get one off of Amazon. They have them for like $30 or $40. When I first started out, I was working at Ulta, so I was around other professional makeup artists too. And oh my gosh, my supervisor at the time, one of my managers, she talked me into getting this thing called a Diva ring light, and those are not cheap. So I was living at home with my mom. I really didn't have no responsibilities for real but to go to work and go home. I didn't have that many bills to pay, so I was like, I can splurge on a ring light. That ring light was like $200 something. I hardly ever use it, and now it's sitting at my mother-in-law's house because I told my sister-in-law she can use it. And the one I use now is one from Amazon, and it was so cheap, and I honestly like this one better. Now, I'm not saying the Diva ring lights aren't great quality. They are amazing quality. I didn't have a tripod on mine, so I think that's what made me not care for it as much. But yeah, I'll probably get another one in the long run, but that one that I had, I wasn't really feeling it too much. Before I jump into what you should have in your makeup kit, I first want to talk about sanitation, which is super duper important in this type of business. You always want to make sure you have some alcohol for one. You can keep it in a little spray bottle or whatever. You always want to make sure you're wiping down your stuff, making sure you clean your brushes. To spot clean brushes, I like to use Cinema Secrets. I am personally out right now, so I cannot show you guys a bottle. I will have a picture up though for you. You can get it at Sephora. It's not the real big bottle though. It's probably about this size, but you can get it at Sephora. I want to say it's $20 something. You can order the big ones online. They sell the big ones only online. You can't find them in stores. That is the best brush cleaner. You always want to make sure you're cleaning your brushes in between your clients. I always want to make sure you're putting on hand sanitizer. Now that we're in a pandemic, you want to make sure that you Lysol your chair and stuff down. If you need to put some alcohol in the paper towel, wipe it down, do whatever you need to do. But you also want to make sure that all of your supplies are clean and that your hands are clean. I was going to go into detail about questions you should ask your client and as far as prepping for makeup, but I feel like that's like another video for another day. So we're just going to go right into the kit now. You guys, do not judge me. When I first started doing makeup, I had this kit right here, and I had my ring light, and I had a little bag. I had this bag right here. It's a Clinique bag I got from when I was working at Ulta. That's what I had to put all my makeup stuff in when I was doing makeup. I know it's not the most ideal because I used to feel shame. Like I was working along the side of my cousin who's a big professional makeup artist. Y'all seen her before. If y'all haven't, y'all need to watch our video together. Her name is Coco. She's a huge makeup artist. And she walking around with her little makeup suitcase and stuff. And she had my ring light. It wasn't like a travel one. So I used to be struggling with it a little bit. Hers was a travel one. She just folded up and put it together. Like I didn't have that. So this is what I had. But you know what? It got the job done. So let's open up the kit and let's see what's in here. So I hope y'all can see pretty well. This is my kit. It comes out like this. And then it has a part down here at the bottom where I kept all my palettes. So let's start at the top. So the best thing to do when you're making your kit, to think about exactly how you do your makeup each day. So I would start with skin prep. As far as like moisturizers, I would do priming, and that's a part of skin prep. I go into brows, concealers, because I clean up my eyebrows with concealers, and then I go into eyeshadow primers, eyeshadows, then foundations, then I double check on concealers again, and then I go into like contour, powders, all that good stuff. First, we're going to start with skin prepping. When you get your client in your chair, you want to ask them, did they moisturize their skin today? Then you want to ask them, what did they moisturize their skin with? The reason I say to ask them this is because, one, you don't want to apply your makeup with dry skin. It's not going to turn out right. You're going to be looking crazy. It's going to be flaky and ew. It's just going to look nasty. Then you want to ask them, what did they moisturize their skin with if they did moisturize it? Because you want to make sure they moisturize it with no crazy stuff, like if they say baby oil or some stuff, no. Because if they did, you want to make sure you get that off their face. So if they did use something crazy like baby oil, you want to make sure that they go ahead and wash their face off while they're there. Also, to start, I think it's good if you guys watch my skincare regimen videos. I had a bottle of Thayer's. It is a toner that has witch hazel in there. You want to sweep that across their face. And something to moisturize their skin with, what I had in my kit, I had the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer Gel. And I also had a Pacifica lotion. It's not in my kit right now, but I had the Pacifica lotion. The Pacifica lotion, Pacifica is a brand that is vegan. And Clinique, if you guys don't know, because I used to work for Clinique, Clinique is like one of the best brands as far as skin. It is a hypoallergenic brand. So I've never really heard of anybody saying they broke out from Clinique. So stuff like that, you want to make sure you have in your kit. And you don't necessarily have to buy the full size of these items. You can get travel size, because remember, it's just something to go in your kit. Usually, majority of the times, your clients will have already moisturized their face and stuff. So for primers, before I get into detail about that, I would like to say, when picking out stuff for your kit, try to get stuff that's universal, that can go on any skin type. For primers, I have my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I have my Lancome Primer. Okay, so these are both really great primers, and they are good for any skin type. These are some amazing primers. You can use these on anybody. I like those a lot, but I do even have some for people that have dry skin. This is my Becca Backlight Primer. This will add a little bit of glowy and dewiness to them. So this is a really good primer. So it's okay too to have stuff in there just for oily or dry skin, but I like to use universal stuff, and that can be used on anybody. I also have the Benefit Professional for someone that may have big pores, although a lot of people deal with that. I also would have my Mario Badescu Rose Water Facial Spray. I used to keep that in my bag too. So after primers, I will focus on brows. So what I have in my kit for brows, I have the Anastasia Dip Brow. I have the Ka-Brow by Benefit. The specific number I have for the Ka-Brow by Benefit is the number 6. The reason why I picked that one out is because, like, if you're using a brush and you go real hard on the brow, it's going to make it dark. So that's really good for someone who has dark hair. If you do it gently, it's going to go real light. So that's really good for someone who may have a lighter color hair. So I could always use it on anybody. And that's a great way to save money, so you don't have to buy all the brow shades. Also, you want to make your kit tailored to your clients. Majority of the people makeup that I was doing, they were African American. So if you're doing makeup for people that's like of all different races, you want to probably buy a little bit more. Also, I had, let me see if I still have it. I told you guys that Makeup Revolution is a really good brand. I told y'all that in my past videos before. It is an inexpensive brand, and it is a really good quality brand for the most part. So I bought their brow kit. This is really good to have in your kit too. I forgot how much it was, but if I could give an estimate amount, I want to say maybe it was $8, $10. It wasn't over 20, and it wasn't under 5, but it's in between that range somewhere. I know that's a big range, but real cheap. This is perfect to have in your kit. In this part of my kit, I don't know if you guys can see, I have some on this side and some on this side. Those are my foundations and concealers. The concealers I will always get are the LA Girl Pro Concealers. These were my favorite to get. I honestly still use these on myself. These are really good concealers to use. They're good for any skin type. The LA Girl Pro Concealers, I want to say they're like, oh, this says it's $4. I thought these were like $8 or $7. I was about to lie to y'all. It's a tag on there that said they $4. So yeah, get the concealer. They're good. For my foundations, now I hear, like, usually when I do a little research, I see a lot of people say, well, I got to buy all these different range of foundations. No, sis, you don't have to. Let me tell you. I told you need to tailor your kit to the clients that you are serving. I have maybe, how many foundations are these? Well, 5 of these in my hand. Then I got 2 other ones sitting here, which are, one is a real light shade and the other one is a darker shade. So what I would do is I would mix up the colors to make for the client's perfect shade. I've never done anyone's makeup and I couldn't get a good foundation match for them. Like when I was working at Ulta, that was my thing. I was queen of color matching. Nobody could touch me in that. If anybody wanted to be color matched, they knew they can come see Shakara, because Shakara got you. You don't have to go out and buy all these different kind of foundations. I suggest getting one real dark one, getting a real light one, then getting a few that's in between, and mix those shades together, honey, and make it work. If y'all see my Tweety Bird pajama pants, don't say nothing to me, okay? Just mind your business. I know we went and jumped straight into foundations after I did concealers, but I was just going in order how I got my kit right now. I know most people don't use eyeshadow primers. They use concealers for eyeshadow primers. I personally do both. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I like this one a lot. This is the Eden one. I like this one because it comes up like, it kind of puts you in the mindset. Y'all know I use P. Louise all the time. This one is kind of like that. It's like a whitish, yellowish shade, kind of. It's a good eyeshadow primer, so that's something really good to have in your kit too. But we're gonna get into eyeshadows. So neutral palettes, they are so important to have in your kit. And like I was telling you guys before, I know y'all looking like, girl, Urban Decay is not cheap and Anastasia is not cheap. Listen, before I get into this, y'all know I used to work at Ulta. I used to be a Clinique consultant, and I used to be one of the managers. I was the prestige manager. When you work at Ulta, you get this thing called gratis. Gratis is basically like, say a vendor from Urban Decay came. She gave whoever went to that training, you got this palette for free. So some of my kit consists of gratis I got. So just let y'all know when y'all see this stuff. But these are neutral palettes. You know, I could have used it for myself. I did probably use it like once, but these are for my kits. And I like having these. The Modern Renaissance palette used to be one of my favorites. Neutral colors are the main thing that you want to have in your kit. You want to make sure that you probably do have like one palette maybe that has colorful colors, but just like I was saying, you have to tailor your Instagram page. When you're showing your work, people see what services you provide. So once they're looking at your Instagram, they're like, oh, okay, I see she does mainly soft glam looks. She does like soft makeup. She doesn't do anything too dramatic or colorful. So I know if that's what I'm looking for, I can go to her for that. So that's what you want to make sure you have in your kit, so people know what they're getting. I don't know if you remember in my previous videos, I told you guys about these Morphe palettes. These are like $12. Morphe is a really good brand to have in your kit. As far as eyeshadow palettes go, they're small, but they have a lot of colors to pick from, and they're neutral shades. So for brands, to make sure you get really good eyeshadow palettes, I recommend Morphe and Makeup Revolution. Those are going to be your best bet when starting up your kit. I used to work at Ulta, so like I said before, my kit consists of some stuff I got free from there. For eyeliners and mascara, I highly suggest getting NYX, Maybelline, CoverGirl, LA Girl, whatever. Any of those eyeliners would be good. What I have in my kit though, I have Benefit Cosmetics. That was when that liquid liner first came out. I have the Clinique mini mascaras, and honestly, Clinique is always giving away like little free gifts. Anybody can get that for free. And I got the Stila mascara. For someone that's on a budget, definitely recommend NYX. I love their pencil eyeliners, and they got really good liquid eyeliners too. And y'all know my everyday look, CoverGirl. I love their liquid liners. I don't even buy Prestige. Y'all, I had to put that kit down. It was hurting my legs. But now we're gonna go into powders for your face. I recommend getting just translucent powder. This is the Palladio one, the rice powder. These were on clearance one time at Ulta for like 80 something cent. You can get these to go in your kit. If you're going to get these, I suggest that you know how to use them if you're going to get them. Another good powder I always used to have in my kit, but I'm out of right now, is the Ben Nye powder. They're really inexpensive. I forgot how much they were, but I remember they weren't expensive at all because I used to order them online all the time. That is something really good to have in your kit. I have a dark one. It's called Terracotta, I believe. It's really good for someone who's like of a darker complexion. I probably have that in my bag somewhere. And then I had the banana one. And so I was using that too. You listen, don't be like me. If it's gonna be in your kit, let it be in your kit. Don't be using it too, having it in your kit. Some stuff I would do that, which I don't suggest, like that banana powder. Yeah, but I don't suggest it though. But yeah, those are really good powders to have in your kit. I know some other ones, the Sasha Buttercup, they said that one is really good. And Juvia's Place, I heard that they have really good powders too. You know, you can get them at Ulta, and that's a whole inexpensive brand, so that'll be really good to pick up. I'm pretty sure Makeup Revolution makes this. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure if I walked into Ulta right now, I could find it. You want to get you a palette that has different shades of pressed powders. The reason I say that is, first of all, I feel like pressed powders are important when doing makeup. And if you're like me, I sweep away when I put on translucent powder, I sweep it away with a pressed powder. This is the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit, but I used to have this in my kit all the time. Now I use it, don't judge me. I'm pretty sure Makeup Revolution probably has one, or you can probably find you one on Amazon, but you always want to make sure that you have pressed powders that has a variety of shades to use. I can't find some of my stuff. I thought everything was in this kit, but just like how I showed you guys my Makeup Revolution, the kit I had for brows, like the palette I had, I also had one for color correcting. So when you open it up, it had like different shades of color correcting, like the green, the orange, the yellow, purple, and so forth. That is really good to have in your kit also. Now when it comes to blushes, this one, it was really inexpensive. I got it from Burlington. If you guys don't know, Burlington is always selling like inexpensive makeup. Sometimes they have like prestige brands for really cheap, and sometimes they just have like this kind of off-brand stuff. But these blushes are really good quality. I used to use these a lot. I love these. I'm gonna start using these again. I also had a Makeup Revolution blush set too. That is really good to have in your kit also. Now something else I believe Makeup Revolution has, but I have not seen it. But if they don't, which I'm pretty sure they do, some stuff you may have to spend your money on. If you can catch a sale though, that's good. Like this in particular, I caught a sale on it. This is the Becca Eyelights palette. It has different shades of highlighters in there. I done probably used up the real popular ones already, but I love the fact that it has different shades. So any client that I have in my chair, I got something for them. I'm pretty sure Makeup Revolution has something like it though. Like they always have really nice highlighters. I've seen their single highlighters before, but I've never seen it in the palette. But they have everything. And you can always find something on Amazon too. Y'all had to pick back up my kit again for this. I have so many different types of lip products. Those are probably gonna be the most inexpensive thing that you get. You can get lip products from the beauty supply store. Some, you might even look up and find some at dollar store or something like that. But for lip liners, I always suggest having a brown lip liner. Different shades of brown lip liners. My favorite brand to get was NYX. I always make sure I had some brown NYX lip liners in my kit. Brown lip liners go with just about everything, especially if you're doing makeup on majority of black women. And then, oh my gosh, when I worked at Ulta, even on any race of women, honestly, brown lip liner works well. When I was working at Ulta, majority of the people that came in there, they were Caucasian. I used to tell them all the time when they were looking for lip liners, I would be like, why don't you just put brown with it? And they used to look at me crazy, like, brown? Like, I think most people will always put whatever color the lipstick is, that's the kind of lip liner they would get. And I would be like, no, you need to get brown. Matter of fact, even some black girls would be like, brown, like what? How, when they put that brown lip liner with it, they'll be like, girl, you was on to something. And I'm like, I told you, I know. Brown lip liners go with everything. Also, what I like about getting lippies at the beauty supply store, they may be like an off-brand liquid matte. It is fine because it's just a lipstick. Liquid matte lipstick, they all work really well. So you can either get some at the beauty supply store, you can get the Ulta brand, even Ulta brand lip gloss. I have that in my kit. Their lip glosses are amazing. It really doesn't matter where you get your lip products from. Just make sure you have a really good lip liner. Make sure you have a few mattes in there, a few glosses. For color wise, I suggest definitely reds and nudes, mainly nudes, mauve colors, neutral colors. You want to make sure you have that in your kit. Another thing I think is worth investing in is this is the Anastasia lip palette. These are cream, but when you put them on, they go on matte. These are perfect and amazing in these crazy looking colors that you see. you're supposed to mix them together. You mix it with certain shades to get a certain color. This kit is everything. I love this thing. I want to say it was like probably $45 when I bought it. And you know what? It ended up going on sale like a few years later after I got it. I was kind of mad, but I'm like, okay, whatever. This kit is really good. Getting lip palettes, I feel like those are important. Then they're easier to use. And just FYI, I meant to say this before. When it comes to mascaras and products such as this, you want to make sure that you have like little spoolies or disposable lip applicators to use. You don't want to actually use like, I know people have lip brushes. You don't want to put your lip brush inside this actual thing. Like, you want to make sure you have a plate like this. This is a plate. You want to make sure you have something to put it on, and you want to make sure you have an actual applicator, so you're not just like double dipping and stuff and using it on other people. That's unsanitary. I want to show y'all the lashes I got in my kit, but I'm a little embarrassed, so I'm not going to show them to you guys, because I guess I'll tell y'all. I'm not going to show y'all though. Don't judge me. Y'all know the lashes that you get out the beauty supply store, the ones that have like the blue container? Okay, I have like 2 or 3 of those in my kit, but it's not the real ugly looking ones. I don't want to show y'all still because I'm still a little embarrassed, but it's not the real ugly looking ones. It's like, they look more decent. They look like kind of more natural looking. They're not the like cheap ugly looking ones. But I'm not going to suggest that you put that in your kit. What I suggest is, y'all know Ardell, they have, you know what, I might have it. Let me see. Okay, so this isn't exactly what I was talking about, but it's something good to show you guys. So this is the Ardell lookbook. As you can see, it's multiple lashes. That is something that Ardell has. So you can go into Walgreens, Kroger, Walmart, Ulta, just about anywhere, and Ardell will have a multi-pack of lashes. That is what I suggest that you have in your kit. And also make sure you have like a mini pair of scissors also, because you know some lashes, they're too big for certain people's eyes. People's eyes are smaller than others, and you need to cut them. Also, make sure you have some tweezers and some glue. Y'all know this is the only glue that I use. This is the Ardell Duo glue, and it's the green one. That is the only glue I will use. So make sure you have some good quality. Do not be putting hair glue on people's lashes. Another thing I started recently using, I told you guys, is the Milk of Magnesia. This is really good to help someone's makeup last all day. I don't suggest using this all the time, but if it's someone who needs to make their makeup last like throughout the entire day, definitely use this. Y'all, I just really need to go shopping. It's so much makeup I need to stock on. So I don't have it physically here to show you, but I will put up pictures. Some important setting sprays to have are Morphe. That is my favorite setting spray. And it's really inexpensive. You can find it at Ulta as well, or you can order it online at the Morphe site, or you can go to the Morphe store. Then I also like the Milani setting spray. That one is really good. Then if you want to get in prestige, the all-nighter setting spray, don't be mad at me, y'all. It's not really all that to me. It's okay. You can use it, but I ain't too fond of it. I used to love it when I was working at Ulta, but I don't know. I grew up. I don't really like it like that. Another good setting spray is Lancome has a setting spray, and that one's good. Smashbox primer water, that is really good. I use it as a setting spray sometimes, but I more so like to use it after I get done doing my translucent powder. I like to spray some on because I don't like for my face to feel powdery. Another good setting spray that a lot of people have been saying, I can't wait to buy it, is the Ben 9 Seal the Deal setting spray. I gotta order me some. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order me some today. That one is supposed to be really good, and I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm probably gonna go shopping tomorrow. I honestly think, oh my gosh, y'all, I was about to end this video. Brushes. I'm not finna get into and show y'all all my brushes. That's just doing too much. But let me tell y'all, as far as brushes go, some good, inexpensive quality brushes you can get is Morphe. e.l.f. has nice brushes too. Real Technique, they have nice brushes. Probably when I was first starting out doing makeup, Real Technique was all in my kit. I mainly had Real Technique brushes. Wet n Wild has nice brushes too. You can find them at Dollar Tree. I told you guys that before. You can also find it at Walgreens. All of those are really good, inexpensive quality brushes. And you don't necessarily have to buy the beauty blenders, like from the Beauty Blender brand. You can get the Real Technique sponges, or what I personally like to use as far as like is having in your makeup kit, Dollar Tree sells the sponge wedges. I don't have any more. I use them all. They have like the little disposable spongy wedges. Also sells them too, but get them at Dollar Tree. They're cheaper. Those are perfect to have in your kit. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you guys, that's pretty much it. That's everything you should have when starting out your kit. Yeah, I hope y'all wrote this down. I know I was kind of going fast, and I probably was a little all over the place. I wasn't trying to be, but I was trying to make it just like as simple as possible for you guys. That I just wanted to show you don't have to go all out when starting up your kit. You know, you don't want to be putting out all this money before you're bringing it in. Now, some stuff you do have to invest in, but those are awesome ways to start off your kit without spending so much money, because anybody got time for that. You know, you gotta make your coins, okay? I really hope you guys enjoyed this video though. I hope I was very helpful and I saved y'all some money and some time. Good luck on your makeup career. I hope that you all flourish. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell so you can be notified every time I post. New videos dropping every Sunday and Friday. Also, be sure to follow me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Makeup by Cara May. You can also follow my personal Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Miss Cara May. Thanks you guys again. Bye.